Hi, my name is Kailey. This is going to be about a 50-minute vinyasa flow style practice. Meet me on your mat. You might lie down onto your back. Maybe you start in a seat with me. Wherever you feel like you can find some ease and comfort in your body. So don't feel like you have to commit to a certain position. But once you do, you let the eyes close down. Maybe make some adjustments if you notice. Sometimes it's really apparent right away, like a little part of the body that maybe needs a little softening or alignment check. And sometimes that's not what shows up right away, but if you need to shift or adjust at any point, do so. The goal of this practice is just to breathe and move and to feel a little bit more connected with the body. I think there's just inherently a lot of stress in the world, and that shows up for most of us, whether we notice it or not, as tension in the body. So we'll work with the breath, we'll work with some different shapes, different stretches to help move some of that tension through, or at the very least, bring some kindness and awareness to those spaces that maybe are holding a little bit more weight than they need to, or carrying a little bit more of that emotional load than they need to. Bring your awareness to your breath and just notice where you can feel your breath in your body. We're in no rush this morning. Notice if there is that sense of like, ooh, gotta get going, and see if you can just kind of pull back very gently. Trust that we will get moving. Start from a place where you have a chance to be a little bit more present or connected. So just noticing the breath, the body softens, or we feel a little bit more relaxation. Hone in on a little bit more breath mechanics. So intentionally bring your awareness to the back of your rib cage and even to your shoulder blades. Oftentimes we're efforting to drive the shoulders back and down and sometimes overstressing these upper trap muscles right at the base and side of the neck. And as you inhale, really allow the shoulders to lift up. It's part of the breath mechanics. As you breathe in deeply, let the lungs fill, let the rib cage expand back and up. As you exhale, just naturally let that all recoil. Maybe you feel the shoulders relax a little bit. A couple more breaths like that, just noting, moving the breath into the lungs, letting the ribs expand without trying to prevent that expansion, maybe encouraging it into the side of the ribs. Exhale, softening. Take one more cycle of breath like that. If you're not already on your back, meet me on your back with your knees bent and feet planted underneath the knees. Bring the arms to a cactus or a W. I'm liking bringing the elbows into a W lately. Bring the feet together, the inner edges of the feet together. Lengthen the lower back so that the sides of your mid back are on the mat, and then windshield wiper your knees, small little range of motion in the parameters of your yoga mat. So not looking for a huge range of motion, just finding some rotation through the lumbar spine, waking up the pelvis. Continue to breathe in, breathe out. Walk the feet to hips distance apart. Bring the heels in just a little bit if they've drifted really far away from your body. Bring the palms down by your side, push to the heels, tuck the tailbone toward the knees, and then lift up into a gentle glute bridge. So engage through the glutes and the hamstrings, through the butt and the back of the thighs here. Push the palms down into your mat. as you lower your hips down, reach the arms back up over your head. They might come, straight up toward the ceiling or back a little bit at an angle. If they drop all the way down, that works too. Breathe in. Exhale, your palms come down by your side as you lift your hips back up. So that's going to be our little tiny flow here to start. Inhale, hips down, arms reach up or maybe overhead. Exhale, palms to the side, hips lift. Keep moving like that. Feel that you're moving from your hips as opposed to from the waist. So instead of trying to find the biggest range of motion in the spine, think about activating through the posterior chain, the back side of the body. We have this cue sometimes, strong back, soft heart, that we use in meditation. And it's true, like it's something that we want to work with in the back side of the body as well. A lot of our day-to-day activities or traditional exercise modalities, we get a lot of strength in the front of the body, right? We work our quads, our core, our abdominals, and then less so in the back. So really important to counteract that. Next time you lift your hips up and your arms are at your side, pause there for a moment. Bring the hands a little further away from your body so that you can press the forearms, the palms of the hands and the forearms down, engaging through the sides of the back, through the lats. Root down through your right heel. Keep the left foot down, but shift 90% of your weight into the right heel. Really stamp the right heel through the mat. Feel the back of the right leg firing up. Lift, lift, lift. Keep the hips up. Shift 90% of your weight into your left heel. Really drive the left heel down. Maybe even lift the left toes. Feel the back side of that left leg active. Bring equal weight into both feet. Press the heels down, lift all 10 of your toes. Keep the tailbone tucked toward the knees. Deep breath in. And then lower that all down gently. Reach the arms back up over your head. Inhale, stretch out through the side body. Exhale, bring your hands to your right thigh. Interlace your fingers. Lift that right knee so it's straight up over the right hip here. Whatever you want to do with your right foot is fine, but keep some action in that right leg. Tuck the chin gently toward the chest, tuck the pelvis toward your knees, and then lift the left leg up. Keep pushing the palms onto that right thigh. Try and keep the tailbone tucked. You probably feel that already. And then we're just going to lower the left heel and lift the left heel. Keep the low back connected to the mat. If your low back starts to lift, bring your left foot up a little bit higher or bend the left knee in and out. Push the front side of the body, the front side of the core down, like you're pressing it down into the mat. Lift and lower for 3, 2, switch legs on 1. Ooh, bring the knees in actually and let the abdominal muscle fibers relax for a moment. Interlace your fingers over your left thigh. Push the left thigh away from you with your hands, and then push the left thigh into your hands with your leg. Right leg extends. Connect the lower back, tuck the tailbone, and then lower and lift. Lower and lift. Try and control that right leg so it's not swinging, it's not momentum, the body's not rocking on the mat. Keep the trunk as still as you can. Draw the abdominals down. We're here for 4. This is all of the active core we're going to do in this class. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to your chest. Walk it out a little bit side to side. Breathe in, breathe out, and then when you're ready, meet me on your belly. Take your time to get there. There's no rush. So moving deliberately, moving mindfully. Setting up for Cobra. Bring your feet back behind you about hips distance. All 10 of your toes anchor down. So if your pinky toes are curling up, bring your feet a little farther away from one another. Lift the palms, bend the elbows, coming up into your Cobra. Stay lifted in the Cobra, but float the hands here. And then lift the left leg. See if you can bring that left leg out and up. Find some space between the top of the left hip, or the top of the left thigh bone rather, and that left hip, like tractioning that away those bones away from each other, create some space in the joint. Take a breath in, lower everything down as you breathe out. Lift the hands, the head, and the chest. Right leg comes up and out at a little angle. So not coming out so far that you start to close off the space in the right. Imagine someone's got your right ankle and is pulling in the direction of that back right corner of your yoga mat. Breathe in. Lower down as you breathe out. We're going to move with a little flow there. Inhale, lift the chest in the left leg. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest in the right leg. Exhale, lower down. So that's our flow. Keep moving with your breath here. Really focusing on getting all the muscles in the back side of the body on board. A little bit of a challenging flow plan today. I think I tend to always have a challenging flow plan. We'll just see how it goes. We might do a little bit. It's going to elevate the heart rate. We want to make sure that the body's primed to move efficiently through that, move safely. Finish up on that right side. All right, all 10 of your toes down again. 10 the fingers right underneath the shoulders, lift up into a more traditional Cobra. Elbows point back, shoulder blades draw together. Big deep breath in. Find down dog as you breathe out. Take your time to get there. Nice generous bend in the knees, pedaling it out for a moment here. Lift the heels, look toward the top of your mat, and then walk it up to the top. Keep the knees bent, keep the feet about hips distance. Ragdoll here, catch the crooks of your opposite elbows. Let the crown of the head point straight down, maybe even tuck the chin toward the chest. Release the hands down, feet are hips distance or maybe a tiny bit closer together. Palms up onto the shins, right underneath the kneecaps. Inhale as you find a halfway stretch. Hug the shoulder blades toward the spine. Exhale into your forward fold. Catch the calves. If it feels good, you might start to play around with stretching and straightening the legs out a little bit. Keep the head heavy. Roll all the way up to stand. Chin is going to be the last thing to lift. Inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. Push the feet down into the mat. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Pause here, take a deep, clear inhale through your nose. Again, feel the shoulders lift as the ribs expand when the lungs are full. Open mouth, exhale here. Drop the palms to the side. Blink the eyes open. If you close them down, reach up on an inhale. We've got 3 sun salutation aids. Forward fold as you exhale. Bend into the knees, hinge at the hips. Halfway stretch. Take a breath in. Maybe the palms come onto the shins again. Plant the hands. Find high plank. Rock forward. Lower half or all the way down. Come into up dog or cobra. Inhale, push into the feet. Think about lengthening the spine more than just finding that big back bend. Extend. Stretch the crown of the head away from the sternum. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Look toward your knees or your navel or your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do one more together. Lift the heels. Look forward. Walk your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway stretch. Inhale. Shoulders hug toward the spine. Forward fold. Exhale. Maybe the chin tucks in toward the chest. Roll up and reach up. Deep breath in. Try and finish that inhale. Finish the stretch. Take it right back down on your exhale. Smooth as you can. Hip hinge, knees bend. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Plant the hands. Step back and flow through your vinyasa. When you get to downward facing dog, you can pause for a breath or a couple breaths and then take one more round of the sequence. Maybe pause for no breath. Sometimes I like to lengthen the breath, but not have that hold in a posture. Just find that really smooth rhythm. You might feel the heart rate lightly elevating as we move one breath, one motion here. The next time you get to the top of the mat, pause into Tadasana in your mountain pose, letting the arms drop by the side, palms facing forward. Feel the feet pressing into the floor. Feel the crown of the head reaching up toward the ceiling. We'll set up flow number 2 here. Reach the arms up, engage to the glutes as you take a breath in. So backside body is active. Bend the elbows on your exhale. Keep the glutes active. Maybe travel your gaze up toward the ceiling. Reach the arms up. Keep the gaze lifted. Take a breath in. And then swan dive forward. So open the arms, rotate the wrists on the way down. Circle out through the wrists. Halfway stretch. Breathe in. Plant the hands. Step back to high push-up and pause. Pausing in your plank here. I'm going to do a little bear walk. Walk the right toes in, so that right knee is going to hover underneath the right hip. Don't touch it down, though. Push into the floor with your hands. Walk the left toes in, left toes hover underneath the left hip. Left foot goes back, right foot goes back. Left foot comes in, right foot comes in, right foot goes back, left foot goes back. Keep going just like that. Try and keep the shoulders over the wrists here. I always try and kind of pattern, and I feel like I almost never do. Focus on the engagement in the core, in the trunk. We're here for 5, 4. We're going to find cow pose in 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, lift the tailbone, drop the chest for the thumbs. Inhale the chin up. Down dog on the exhale, send the hips back. Right leg's gonna reach up, stretch out through the right foot, maybe circle through the right ankle, and then step the right foot forward between your thumbs. Backstroke that right arm into your dragonfly twist here, taking a nice long inhale. And then walk the hands to Prasarita as you exhale. That forward fold with the feet wide, hips high. Right hand comes down, tent the fingers right underneath your chest. Inhale your left arm up and open for a twist. And then exhale, walk the hands back to the top of the mat, kick the toes forward. And find Crescent Lunge. Drive down through your right foot. Inhale the arms up. And then open arm twist over that right leg. So right arm comes back, left arm reaches forward. But notice if the left arm is like pulling you forward, see if you can tug back, bring the shoulders over the hips. Come back to Crescent Lunge, inhale. Warrior 2, pivot your back heel down, stretch the arms wide away from the body. Right leg's forward. Find eagle pose, bring the right arm under, left elbow on top of the right, wrapping the forearms together. Maybe the palms come together. Maybe you grasp your left thumb with your right hand. But feel the shoulders in eagle in these arms lift up toward the ears. Take a big breath into the space between your shoulder blades back behind you. Really let that inhale stretch the back body from the inside out. Stay low in your legs on your exhale. Really root down through the feet and the legs. Reach the right arm up and overhead. And then reach up, catch your right elbow with your left hand. Inhale, lengthen the right elbow up toward the ceiling. Keep rooting down into your feet and your legs. Exhale, take that side bend, reaching the crown of the head away from your sternum. Breathe. Reverse warrior, inhale, left hand drops down toward the back leg, right arm reaches. Cartwheel your hands around your front foot. We're going to find wild thing right away here. So root down into the left hand and the knife edge of the left foot. Bring the right leg up with the knee bent. Ball of the foot drops back behind you. Inhale the right arm up, finding some extension in the spine. Press the floor away. with your left thumb and the base of the thumb and that back foot. Big full inhale. High push up on the exhale. Bring the left knee in and the right knee in, pause in there. So not dropping the knees all the way down. I'm going to change this up a little bit. Instead of coming back to plank, kick your left leg out to the left and then hover that knee back into the center. I'll turn to the side. Kick the right leg out to the right, hover the knee underneath your hip. Left and right, little toe touches side to side. Deep, clear breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. We're here, we'll find cow in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, inhale, lift the chest, broaden out the collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up on an in-breath. Circle out the ankle if you like or need, and then step the left foot forward as you exhale. Back stroke, left arm opens into your dragonfly twist. Rotate through the chest. Prasarita, pivot the toes toward the long right side of your yoga mat. Fold forward. Give your head a gentle shake. Notice if you're clenching the teeth. Move on to the left fingertips. Inhale, the right arm opens, finding that trunk rotation again. And then exhale, sweep the hands to the top of the mat. Pivot the toes forward, root down into your left foot, lift the right heel. Inhale, crescent lunge. Open arm twist, rotate to the left on your exhale. Come back to crescent, breathe in. Warrior 2 as you breathe out. The left leg's forward, so the left arm's gonna be under. Wrap the right elbow on top of the left, finding eagle arms here. Bring your awareness into the upper back. Inhale, right into the space between the shoulders, letting the shoulders broaden. Stay for the exhale, keep reaching the fingertips up, feel that squeeze. Release into that kind of tricep stretch here. Left arm comes toward the left ear, catch the top elbow with the right hand. Inhale, the left elbow lifts. Keep anchoring into your legs. Exhale, find that side bend, breathing. Feel into the sensation of the side stretch. See if you can find a little bit more space with your breath as you come into your reverse warrior. Lengthen out to the top hand, soften to the top wrist. Cartwheel your hands. We'll take it straight into wild thing. Left toes come back. Inhale, left arm lifts. Finding that extension in the spine, maybe bringing the chin away from the chest. High push up on the exhale. Bear pose, walk the knees in. Here we go, round 2. Out to the left and out to the right for 8, 7. Keep breathing. We'll take cow in 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees under hips. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath here. In through your nose, go all the way up. Open your mouth, soften your jaw for your exhale. Right leg lifts on an inhale. Step the right foot through as you exhale. This time, lower the left knee down. Inhale that right arm back, and maybe you bind your left foot. We won't be here for a ton of time, but if you wanted, you could bring a block underneath your left hand here, or if you've got furniture that's a little closer, that might be a nice point as well. Keep tracking your right knee toward your right little toe, or your right middle toe rather. Release the left leg. Inhale, come up into a modified crescent lunge. Bend the elbows, cactusing the elbows, pull the chest through, lift the chin away from the chest. Without jumping into the lower back, can you hug those muscles alongside the spine a little closer so you find that spinal extension without swaying the back here. Full inhale. Release the fingertips down. Straighten out the right leg just until you feel a little stretch. Totally okay to have the right knee bent. A little bit of tension in the hamstrings is actually really important for back stability. Notice where you feel the sensation in the stretch when you close your eyes so that you can hone in on it. Nice place to do a little jaw check, or notice if you've got the brow furrowed up, if you're knitting your eyebrows together, smooth out across the forehead. Rebend the front knee, tuck the back toes under, left hand stays under left shoulder, dragonfly twist. Rotate the chest toward the right. Prasarita, pivot the toes, bring the hands between the feet. Inhale your left arm up, twisting to the back of the mat. Exhale, sweep your hands forward, pivot your toes to the front. Crescent lunge, root into your front leg. Inhale. This time, find a prayer twist if you want, or you can come back into that open arm twist. So option to take the open arm twist, or bring the left elbow toward the outside of the right thigh. Come back to crescent lunge. Inhale, meet me there, reaching up through the fingers. Exhale, warrior two. Eagle arms, right arm under, left arm over. Inhale into the shoulders. Stay for the exhale, sink into your legs. Keep the legs rooted. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stretch it up and overhead. Extended side angle this time. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Stretch your left arm forward. And then it always feels pretty good to me to bring some circles to that left shoulder. See how smooth you can move that left shoulder. Let the left shoulder lift toward your left ear. Lengthen out through that spine. And then switch the direction of the circles. If keeping the left arm long feels pinchy in the shoulder, think about rotating the left elbow instead of the left wrist, shortening that lever. All right, we're gonna backstroke the left arm. Come back into crescent lunge here. Inhale, pivot the back toes, pivot the back heel up. Exhale, lightning crescent. Tilt the chest forward. Shift the weight into your front foot. We're gonna bring the left knee and the arms up. Ooh, push into your right foot. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. Hug the navel center in and up so you're strong through your core. Step it back to lightning crescent. Bend that front knee. Inhale, lift the left knee and the arms. Exhale, back to lightning crescent. So this is option one. Keep moving like this. See if you can move real deliberate, move down through the right big toe mound. Option two is just to keep that left leg where it is. Bend the left knee, little pulses. We're here for 4. For 3, meet me at the top of the mat with the left knee lifted in 2 and 1. So single leg mountain here, big full inhale. Figure 4, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, bring the hands to the heart, flex the left foot. Notice the right knee. If there's anything real tender in there, you can kind of reduce the bend in the knee, lift the chest a little bit. You need a wall, I need a wall today. If there's no pinching in that knee, go ahead and send your bum way, 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 way back until you feel a really deep stretch in the outside of the left hip and thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Come up with the left knee again, finding that balance once more. On an inhale, or not finding the balance, that is okay too, totally normal some days. Airplane pose, fly the left leg back behind you, and then find a diagonal. So airplane taking off as opposed to an airplane that's just, halfway through it's wherever it's heading. Think about that, lift off, but square the hips down, tuck the tailbone under, so no sway in the low back. Probably feel a lot of sensation in the back of the legs. Soft bend your front knees, a little tiny bend in the right knee. You might not be able to see it, but it's there. We're going to take it back to reverse warrior. Inhale up and open. Exhale, cartwheel your hands. Wild thing. Right leg comes up. Oh, it feels good to take the weight out of that right foot. Big breath in. High push up on the exhale. Walk it into there. We've got those kicks to the side. Toe taps for 5. 4. There's a wall too close to me. 3. Hopefully you have more space. 2. Cow in one. Take your time. Take a full inhale. Broaden out the collarbones. Down dog on the exhale. Left leg up. Inhale. Step forward. Lower the right knee as you exhale. Backstroke your left arm. Maybe you bind the right foot. Maybe you lift the right hand up onto something. Use your breath to connect with your body, maybe to communicate with your nervous system, that you're safe, that it's okay to relax even as we move through this flow. Nothing to prove today. Release the back foot if you caught it. Inhale into a supported crescent. Pull the arms back. Pull the collarbones up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen the crown of the head away from the sternum. Travel that gaze upward. And then bring the hands down, straighten out the left leg just until you feel a nice stretch in the back of that thigh. Breathe here. Maybe in Dragonfly Twist on your next inhale, right hand down, right knee and left arm lift up and open. Prasarita on your exhale. Pick up the right arm, find that twist, rooting down through the outer edges of your feet. Sweep the hands to the top of the mat, pivot your toes forward. Crescent lunge, stamp down into the left foot as you inhale the arms up. And then your options are your open arm twist or your prayer twist to the left. Some days balance is just a little bit harder than others, and I think those are actually the days where we have the most potential to create some really, really good neural motor pathways. Stability and balance is one of the first things, I guess, to go as we age. So really important to keep practicing. Meet me back in Crescent Lunge. Doesn't have to be yoga, but practicing something that challenges that balance. Breathe in. Warrior two, as you exhale. Anchor into your legs, left arm under, eagle arms. Take a breath into the space behind the shoulders. Let them round and lift. So don't try and control that movement. Stay for the exhale. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Extended side angle, left forearm, left thigh. Circle out through the right arm. Let the right shoulder travel toward the right ear. When you reach that arm forward, go long through the spine here. Switch the direction of those circles. Remember, you could be having a big bend in the elbow. Do what you need to make it feel pretty good here. We're going to come into Crescent Lunge again. Inhale, pivot the back toes forward. Reach the arms up. Lightning crescent on the exhale, tilt the chest forward. Okay, right into the left foot. Here we go. Right knee and arms come up on the inhale. Back to lightning crescent on the exhale. You can move like that, or if you want another option, bring the hands to the heart or up overhead, and then pulse that back knee. So whatever's going to work best for you today is great for me. The most wonderful parts of a practice like this is we're intended to meet our body exactly as it is, right where we're at day to day. It's going to make a really bad analogy about the stock market, but I don't want to think about that right now. The idea is that over time, as long as we're showing up, it does not have to look perfect every day. It doesn't even have to be an upward trend every day. Progress is not linear, but over time, the investment that we're making adds up. Meet me in that single-legged mountain with the right knee up and the arms up on the inhale. Figure four on the exhale. Bend through the hips and the left knee as much as you comfortably can. So listen to your body. Might be different on this side than the other side. Keep that little tuck in the tailbone so not dumping into the low back. Set the eyes to one spot. That's pretty helpful. And breathe. Where can you source some support internally through up the midline of that left leg, left big toe mound, left heel. On an inhale, the right knee and the arms come up. Airplane lifting off on your exhale. So find that little diagonal. Turn the right hip point and the right knee down. Long through the low back, long through the sides of the neck. On an inhale, reverse your warrior, step deliberate, inhale up and open. Cartwheel the hands on the exhale, straight into wild thing. Breathe in. High push-up as you breathe out. Probably know what's coming. Walk it into there, to the right, to the left. Just like that, we're here for 5. Shoulders stay over the wrists. Kick out if you can a little farther with that leg for 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees, slow. Inhale into the cow. Exhale into down dog. We're gonna take that for one more time. Right leg starts us off. Big breath as you reach it up. Step the right foot forward on the exhale, left knee lowers. Inhale, right arm opens for your twist. Exhale, backstroke that right arm. Maybe you count your left foot. Release the left foot if you caught it. Supported crescent. Inhale, bend the elbows, bullpost shape here. Exhale, bring the hands down and straighten out the right leg. Rebend the right knee. Dragonfly twist. Inhale, left knee lifts strong through your back leg this time. Prasarita on the exhale. Take that little quarter turn. Reach the left arm open. Breathe in. Sweep the hands to the front as you breathe out. Pivot the toes. Root into the right foot. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Open arm or prayer twist just for your exhale. Long through the crown of the head. Back to crescent. Breathe in. Almost lost my balance again. Warrior 2. Breathe out. Right arm under, left arm over. Inhale into the shoulders. Stay for the exhale, anchoring into your legs. Reverse warrior. Take a breath in. Stretch to the side body. Side angle on your exhale. Reach that left arm forward, left shoulder comes to left ear, and then backstroke left arm, pivot left heel, crescent lunge, inhale. Airplane crescent on the exhale, lightning crescent rather on the airplane. Oh my goodness, on the exhale, left knee and arms up, breathe in. Step it back, lightning crescent as you breathe out. 4, 5, meet me in that one-legged mountain in 4. Move at whatever pace feels right in your body. 3, 2, meet me in one-legged mountain on 1. Inhale, straight into airplane this time as you exhale. Reverse warrior, drop the ball of the back foot. Breathe in. Cartwheel your hands and pause. This time, we're gonna find a 3-point plank. So float the right foot and then kick that right leg back behind you. Bring the right knee down. Spin to the inside of the left foot. Inhale, left arm comes up and open. And then exhale back into that 3-point plank. Left hand down, right leg back. Right knee down, left arm up, inhale. Left hand down, right leg back, exhale. Just like that. Take it a few more times through. Try and keep the trunk of the body relatively still and engaged. Really pressing down through that left hand when it comes to the mat each time. Last time, pause in your 3-point plank, wild thing, pivot to the outside of the left foot, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa this time, so nothing fancy, no add-ons with bear. Let your up dog or your cobra feel good. Meet me in downward facing dog, home stretch. Inhale your left leg. Step it through, lower the right knee. Inhale the left arm. Backstroke it, maybe bind the right foot. Unbind, inhale, supported crescent, W shape or goalpost with the arms. Release the hands down, half split on the exhale. Rebend the front knee. Dragonfly twist active through the back thigh. Lift up. Prasarita, pivot to your right. Inhale the right arm. Exhale it to the top. Pivot the toes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, prayer twist or open arm to the left. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, let's see, did we do warrior two or, no, we do, oh my goodness, warrior two. Yeah, warrior two on the exhale. Left arm under, right arm over, we're almost done. Big breath into the shoulders. Stay for the exhale. Reverse warrior, breathe in. Extended side angle as you breathe out. Right arm reaches forward, let that shoulder come up to the ear. Exhale, backstroke that right arm, pivot your right heel, crescent on the inhale. Lightning crescent on the exhale, got it that time. Right knee and arms up, breathe in. Stretch it back, lightning crescent as you breathe out. Meet me in your one-legged mountain in 3, 2, breathe in, breathe out. Last one-legged mountain inhale. Figure 4, exhale. I think I added that back in. Come back up to your one-legged mountain, breathe in. We went right into airplane, breathe out. Reverse your warrior, inhale and open. Cartwheel the hands and pause. Push the palms down, 3-point plank. Inhale through the ball of the left foot or the left heel. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, the right arm open. Right hand down, left leg back. Push the right palm into the mat. Left knee down, right arm up. Just like that. So that's our little flow here. Working with your breath. So those pursed lips exhales, when you come into that 3-point plank, worth trying out. Something interesting about that pursed lips exhales, it tends to relax the sides of the neck. Meet me in a 3-point plank when you're ready. Press through the left heel. Here we go, wild thing. Inhale, lift up to the hips and the left hand. Exhale, back to high push-up. Last time, bear pose. Walk the knees in, hover them right above the mat, and then kick it out side to side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, cow pose on 1. Inhale. Walk the hips back to the heels. Exhale into a seated meditation. Let the eyes soften and close down. Bring your awareness to the alignment of your spine here, really to your skeleton. Can you feel the shoulders hovering right over the hips? Feel the crown of the head lengthening up toward the ceiling above you. Bring your awareness again to where you can feel your breath moving in your body. You let your senses open to whatever you're aware of. It's unfolding in this space and time. So maybe there's some sounds in the room that you're practicing or outside of the room that you're practicing. You can feel the movement or the temperature of the air. Maybe you can feel the breath moving a little bit bigger. So really feeling into those mechanics of the breath. And stay seated right where you are if this feels comfortable for you. We're going to do a little bit of breath practice. We'll do a 3-part breath, a very deliberate 3-part breath. So if you're familiar with 3-part breathing, we'll do that, but we're going to kind of build onto it a bit. We'll inhale in thirds, and we'll hold the breath just for a moment at the top. And then we'll use pursed lips to exhale also a third of the way at a time. So when you're ready, we'll do a few rounds. Breathe in just a third of the way. Hold. Breathe in 2/3 of the way. Hold. Fill all the way up. Hold. Pursed lips, exhale just a third of the breath. 2/3 of the breath. Exhale completely and hold at the bottom. Again, breathe in a third of the way. 2/3. Fill all the way up and hold. Pursed lips, exhale just a third of the breath. 2/3. Empty all the way out. Pause. One more together. Inhale a third. 2/3. All the way up. Pause. Exhale a third. 2/3. Exhale all the breath and pause. Retain your exhale just for a moment and then take a couple more rounds like that. Feel free to play with it a little bit or take a natural breath if you need a break. You can experiment with smoothing that out and letting go of some of the pauses, or with stretching and extending that whole breath practice out and making those pauses a little longer. Another 30 seconds or so here. What will support you the most? Maybe it's letting go of anything that feels rigid and just observing your natural breath. Maybe it's exploring, right? These pauses. What can this third of a breath in and third of a breath out show for you about your body, about your breath, about your mind? Meet me on your back. If you weren't already there, bring your palms to your kneecaps. In the opposite direction, knee circles here. So move the knees up, out, in, and together. You can let it feel pretty relaxed, not rigid here. Switch the direction of those circles. Step the feet down, max distance apart. Knees are still bent. Bring your arms to that W shape or to a T, and then windshield wiper the knees. Nice and slow. Move like this for maybe a good minute, so it's a little bit longer than usual. Really let it smooth out through the hips and the low back. Scan through your body if there's any pockets of tension, face, around the scalp. This rocking motion can be really pretty soothing to the nervous system. This trunk rotations, we've got a little twist going. It's a nice way to regulate vagal nerve tone. We need a mantra here. I am safe, safe, safe. It's okay to let some of that tension go. It's okay to relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you're ready, take it into Shavasana, extending one leg at a time. Relaxing the arms down by your side. There's another position that you find easier to settle into. If it feels better to lay on your side or sit up or really anything at home, you can take that shape instead. Give your body this moment of stillness where it's supported, it really does have an opportunity to let go of any muscle tension that we created, right? We want to be able to practice contracting the muscles when we need to. That also practice letting go, relaxing the muscles when we can. We're not walking around all day carrying those tension patterns. Giving the body a chance to do something else with that energy. Stay still. Take a big breath in, fill up and pause at the top. Open mouth, exhale. Bring the feet and the legs together. Flex the feet like you're pressing the feet into a wall in front of you. And inhale the arms back over your head. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms away from you. Prolong through the whole body. And slowly bring the knees into the chest on your exhale. Work your way gradually up to a seat, moving really deliberately. So try and keep that kind of calm, relaxed, maybe slightly more relaxed energy with you by not needing to move like lickety split quick here. Bring the hands to your heart. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat. Close with one more big breath in. Big breath out. Thanks for your time. Thank you for your practice.